Good morning. On behalf of the co-chairs of AmeriGeo, the Coordination Working Group, and the leads of activities in our region, it is a pleasure to be with you this morning. My name is Angélica Gutiérrez, and I am a lead scientist at NOAA in the United States. I am a member also of USGEO, the co-chair of the regional AmeriGeo, and the Global Water Sustainability GEOs. This morning, I will be discussing the role of AmeriGeo in user engagement, resource mobilization, and the importance of scaling GEO global activities to a regional, national, and local level. AmeriGeo was established in 2014 by the GEO members in the Americas with three specific requirements: to reflect the local, national, and regional interests of the GEO country members, that the initiative be entrenched in the institutional and technical capabilities of its country members, and to seek to increase institutional and personal capacity in the use of Earth observations so that the decision-making process could be influenced by the knowledge from observations. The government's framework is comprised of the Americas caucus at the top, which participates in the GEO Executive Committee and provides guidance to the Regional Coordination Working Group. The Regional Coordination Working Group reports to the Americas caucus and is responsible for the overall coordination of activities among GEO member countries, global initiatives, flagships, participant organizations, associates, and other organizations outside of GEO. The AmeriGeo strategic priorities are focused on 5 societal benefit areas agreed by the caucus: biodiversity and ecosystem sustainability, disaster resilience, food security and sustainable agriculture, water resources management, and health. The activities from these priority areas are linked to the global flagships and initiatives in GEO, and are also linked to the global GEO priority areas. Capacity development is the foundation to all AmeriGeo activities. On the role of AmeriGeo in user engagement. To start, I want to highlight that since 2014, we have increased the number of GEO member countries from 13 to 20, with El Salvador, Guatemala joining GEO in 2019, and the Dominican Republic and Nicaragua joining GEO in 2020. The analysis for the development of the GEO engagement strategy identifies strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. We took not only the recommendations of the strategy, but implemented actions to address identified issues in the analysis. We are developing capacities in the GEO member countries by leveraging existing expertise, technologies, and efforts in countries across the region. We are also expanding and strengthening partnerships by engaging countries and advocating the participation in GEO. The AmeriGeo's technical approach has been shared with UNGGIM Americas Regional Coordination Working Group as an opportunity to leverage and partner between the two organizations to achieve shared goals and objectives in the Americas. We are in the process of developing joint work plans with organizations such as UNGGIM, the Pan American Institute of Geography and History, PAGE, and other regional organizations seeking to develop a common platform for Americas. This conversation is also taking place with UNEP, as we are assisting them in the development of an information framework for the Forum of Ministers of the Environment of Latin America and the Caribbean. The objective within this discussion is to design a solid platform capable of consolidating the most relevant information to describe the state and trends in the environment for the whole Latin American and Caribbean region. One of the threats identified in the GEO engagement strategy was that the perception by the GEO community of a top-down external strategy disconnected from their own activities. In 2016, AmeriGeo started mapping the capabilities and needs and identifying the national objectives by country. Information developed not only through the GEO principal organization, but also through the efforts of the thematic activities. This exercise not only highlighted the need to strengthen the national GEOs, but highlighted issues in which global GEO flagships and initiatives were already with activities in many of the countries, but without connecting to the GEO principle of those countries. In 2019, the Caucus of GEO Principals requested that all GEO initiatives and flagships with interests or projects in the region provided information about their activities to the AmeriGeo Coordination Working Group. In 2020, we welcome a new global initiative in our region, led by GeoColombia with the participation from Chile, Peru, Ecuador, and Bolivia. GeoNOM will be engaged in the region for high mountains activities. Through foundational activities, we are also addressing the need to establish links between the GEO principles and their national agencies and relevant policy implementers. Through an extensive campaign for capacity development, which includes AmeriGeo Week, webinars, and other capacity development efforts provided by organizations in GEO member countries and partners in the region, we are strengthening the national GEOs as we target all the government organizations that can benefit from the instructions on the use of Earth observations. Some resource mobilization is achieved through responding to user-driven needs. Foundational activities address needs identified in the national or institutional development plans of the GEO country members. Other resource mobilization is achieved through partnerships with academia and partners institutions, which is the case of AmeriGeo Week, in which the majority of host institutions are national universities that also benefit from the instruction by hosting the event. During the AmeriGeo Week, for example, the links between the GEO principles and the national agencies and relevant policy implementers are strengthened through the technical and policy exchange occurring during the event and through the thematic activities. Since 2016, with the first AmeriGeo Week hosted by GeoColombia, we have provided instructions to more than 300 national and local institutions throughout the region. AmeriGeo successful engagement is reflected also in the number of volunteers from more than 25 national organizations participating in the GEO Global Working Groups to support the translation of the newly endorsed Canberra Declaration into concrete actions. 106 participants from the Americas are now engaged in this task. AmeriGeo is focusing on the delivery of services to support the transformation of data for decision-making, and through concrete activities have reached consensus on how to achieve the GEOs. In 2016, 3 major initiatives, Goose Bioeco, OBIS, and GeoBond, MBON, signed a collaboration agreement to build a sustained, coordinated global ocean system of marine, biological, and ecosystem observations. The pole-to-pole MBON network of the Americas represents the marine environment and biodiversity focus within AmeriGeo. It is comprised of researchers and managers from Canada to Patagonia and experts who focuses on strategies for biodiversity monitoring and conservation and contribute to the Ocean Biogeographic Information System, OBIS, which is the world's largest open-access marine biogeographic database. A second system to achieve the GEOs is GeoNetcast Americas, a near real-time network of satellite-based data dissemination system. The GeoNetcast system is a foundational task under the GEO Common Infrastructure and AmeriGeo. There are currently 92 stations in 19 countries, and the broadcasted products are continuously updated through cooperation between NOAA in the United States and INPE in Brazil. These products are used by hydromet services for a variety of applications, including the development of weather forecasts. Another example is related to the AmeriGeo platform. In the last 3 years, since we initiated the development of the AmeriGeo platform, we have made great strides mobilizing data and resources, but we are still limited in our ability to synthesize and transform this data into products and services for decision-making. We need to close the technology gap and provide broad access to services that support analysis, synthesis, and transformations. The AmeriGeo platform brings together social, economic, and environmental data from a large community of contributors. The platform was established to increase regional capacity to acquire, share, store, maintain, and utilize Earth observation data and information. Over 500,000 assets are currently hosted by the AmeriGeo platform. Assets that are acquired from the national open data portals and other regional and international open data portals. On the left, lower left, there is a selected sample of organizations connected to the AmeriGeo platform. One of the challenges we have in the America is the integration of data, and we are working and discussing the possibilities with various organizations such as GeoSur, PAGE, UNGGIM, and others to integrate their assets into what we envision as the Americas platform. The platform will include a GeoLab that provides authoritative and quality-assured data, supports science applications, co-creation, co-development, reproducibility of products and services. AmeriGeo is also working with several organizations in the region to support the need for high-resolution data, and this includes a cooperation with CONIDA in Peru. In 2020, we are introducing the Americas Academy, a space where the community will be able to access training and other resources for capacity development. I will present a couple of demonstrations on how AmeriGeo is working with GeoCountry members to achieve from data to decisions. These activities are linked to capacity development from global initiatives or flagships in the areas of priority of AmeriGeo. The first example is related to a project done in the context of SAR, an ongoing AmeriGeo NASA project led by Dr. Franz Meyer of the University of Alaska, Fairbanks. More than 20 projects funded by NASA in the Americas and in AmeriGeo framework. This is one of those projects and is focused on hazard monitoring and ecosystem monitoring. Through workshops and capacity development, organizations in Colombia, Ecuador, and El Salvador implemented the use of SAR in operational environments. These training activities use open data and open methods. The next example is related to the application of Earth observations in Argentina. On the left, this is an example in the priority area of food security and sustainable agriculture within AmeriGeo. In early 2018, Argentina suffered one of the worst droughts in its history. Coordination through the Agricultural Monitoring in the Americas and GeoGLAM, the National Institute of Technology for Agriculture, INTA, was able to provide the Ministry of Agro-Industry the evidence-based information they needed to declare a state of emergency due to a record-breaking drought through the use of Earth observations using NASA MODIS data. On the right, this is an example in the priority area for water resources management within AmeriGeo. The National Institute of Hydrological Resources, INRI, the National Water Authority in the Dominican Republic, coordinates the distribution and management of the resource. During the flooding that devastated the Caribbean in 2017, and due to the path of Hurricane Maria, INRI's Director of Hydrology used the GeoGLOS ECMWF streamflow services to guide emergency response preparedness and mitigation. In conclusion, the guidance from the Geo Engagement Strategy Plan has been an invaluable benefit to AmeriGeo. We will continue supporting the engagement of Geo global activities to ensure the engagement of the regional community in their activities. We want to thank you for your attention this morning and invite you to engage in AmeriGeo.